What is going on, guys? It is your boy TKD123 back again here. I said that way too fast. TKD123 here, back again here on PlayStation Source. Road to episode 28. With me, of course, my luxurious co-host, the Arachnite. I'm gonna say it right this time. I keep saying Arknight. Arknight is it's not phonetically correct. All right.
No, but it's okay. Like everybody's
right.
got their own way of pronouncing it. Like, I'm fine with it at this point.
Are you though?
Like,
Are you though? No.
my last few IGNs, like everybody has like kind of pronounced them in different ways. So it's like, yeah, it's all good. We good.
I have always heard the term in-game name, but never heard it called IGN.
Yeah.
Huh. But I mean, I guess you're right. Well, this is, of course, Road to Part 2, Episode 28, the dedicated podcast revolving around Last of Us and Last of Us Part 2 and all things Last of Us itself. So we got an interesting wrinkle here we're going to do with the second half of the episode. If you read the title, if you've seen the thumbnail, you probably already know what is going down in the second half of this episode. But we do want to cover some topics before we get to that particular point. So first thing here, if you haven't caught up with the Road 2 series, last week's episode 27, we did the official bets episode. I thought it was a really good one. Ain't that right?
Yeah.
Arachnite?
Yeah, I loved it.
I liked it.
Really funny.
I liked it a lot. I had a very, very good time with that. So what we did was, we ran through 10 questions, I think, 10 or so. And then we just took some bets on if they're going to happen, if they're not, our thoughts on them. And the winner of these bets, will get a $60 game from the loser, right? But we had another contender come into this.
New challenger approaching.
A new challenger did approach. The homie Owen, friend of the channel. He's always on the Discord. If you haven't joined that Discord, link below in the description where you can check that out. And he says here, I'll for real join in the bet of buying the winner as a game for $60. And then I said, who else wants in? Let's go. And then he replies, I'll even up it and buy the winner Ghost of Tsushima special edition for $70.
That's like, I was just doing homework at that point. I saw the tweet and I was like, huh? Like, are you joking?
Unprecedented move, okay? Unprecedented. So
like, please say psych.
The stakes have indeed escalated. So not only will the winner receive a $60 game of their choosing from the loser, but they will also be guaranteed Ghost of Tsushima special edition for $70 by the homie Owen. So if we could get a little golf clap in the chat or the comment section for Owen, I mean, my boy out here upping the stakes, upping the ante.
That's bold. That's bold.
I mean, I don't mean to be greedy, right? But all I'm saying is if any of you find listeners would like to up the ante, I mean, just tweet at one of us. Why not? We will keep a tally, because I do have these tweets saved in the event that Owen has memory loss later on. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's all I'm saying. I know Owen's good for it, but I'm just saying. So,
like, I wouldn't mind Final Fantasy VII. Just gonna put that out there.
Interesting. But are you gonna ask for a game that's already out? You know what I'm saying? Like because then, like, you don't have the ability to win the bet until after May 29th. You know what I'm saying? That's the thing.
Like, I'm cool with it because, like we talked about last week, Final Fantasy VII's coming out episodically.
So do you want like episode 2?
Yeah, like I'll just take. Like, I think
smart.
if you buy the $60 retail version, like you get all the episodes as soon as they release.
I don't think that's true.
Oh wait, is it $60 each version?
Dude, I think it's $60 each part, bro.
Well, it's like, how big is this game?
I'm like almost certain, bro.
It's like, all right, well, fine then. Give me part 2, baby. Let's go.
Yeah.
Doesn't part 1 come out on like the 6th of April?
Wait, no. 587 remake. Yeah, it's April 10th or it's April 10th because April 3rd. April 3rd is oh my god, what's the other game that's coming out in April? That's big. Resident Evil 3 remake. I'm an idiot. Wow.
Oh yeah, I already got that pre-order. We ready.
Yeah, I'm definitely buying both of those. 100%, 100%. I usually hate when I'm playing two games at once, but I will do it for these two. I will figure it
Yeah,
out. You know what I'm saying? And
this year's a
hopefully,
powerhouse.
yeah, I'm like trying to think. Like I don't know if I can blow through Resident Evil 3 in 1 week, but I'm gonna try and get as much done of it as I can. You know?
Like when the RE2 remake like first popped up, like I got that done in I think like 2 days, and then I got I got
Wow.
like S plus in the next few days. Like I was obsessed with that game for
Mm.
a few months, and then I tried speedrunning it, and that was a lot of fun. And it's just like I'm ready because RE3's got that dodge mechanic that I really liked in the original. So it's like bet, like bet.
Bet. Big, big bet. But so that's all. So if you would like to ump the ante, feel free to go do so in the comment section or on Twitter. Shout out to the homie Owen as well for upping the ante and making the stakes a little bit more greater. Just a little bit more intensified, right? But some news that came out today, courtesy of the one and only Jason Schreier from Kotaku. He had a very, very long, which I implore everyone to go in the description and read this whenever you get some time to. We're not going to read the whole thing here on the show. We're going to talk about the overall topic and some key points on this topic. And that is that, to no surprise, at least to me, really, Naughty Dog is indeed crunching for The Last of Us Part 2. And there are some interesting quotes from different developers at the studio, about this and stuff like that. Like one of them being, this game is really good, but at a huge cost to the people, is what a developer told Schreier. As well as, quote, they do try to take care of you, providing food, encouragement to go and take breaks, but for the most part, the implication is get the job done at all cost. Which I'm like, yo, that sounds so
Whatever
intense.
it takes, whatever it takes.
Literally, like, they're doing some hashtag endgame, whatever it takes, like, straight up, bro. It sounds insane. But one of the major consequences to all of this that Schreier notes down is that, during the development of Uncharted 4, which, of course, Uncharted 4's development was botched for a lot of different reasons, right? That was just not the most seamless of dev cycles that Naughty Dog's had, But out of their 20 non-lead designers in 2016's Uncharted 4, 14 of them are no longer at the studio already, which apparently had a wide-ranging effects of development for Last of Us Part 2. And there's some more quotes where they say, quote, this can't be something that's continuing over and over for each game because it's unsustainable.
Right. It's toxic.
Yeah. And he goes on to say, at a certain point, you realize, I can't keep doing this. I'm getting older. I can't stay and work all night. And so, I mean, and again, I think that's probably all the quotes I'm going to read. There's a lot of other ones, you know what I'm saying? There's a lot in this article. So I do implore everyone to definitely go and check out this one, you know what I'm saying, by Jason Schreier at Kotaku. But I guess, I don't know, because, crunch is a very difficult topic, right? Because crunch happens industry-wide. There's been a lot of, like, other devs that have taken a lot of, like, big steps. Like, I know it was Apex Legends when they first came out. Why am I forgetting the studio's name? I know it.
Respawn.
Thank you. God, Kevin, such a dummy, I swear. Respawn, took a stand when people were talking about, hey, like, you just put out this Battle Royale, Apex Legends. It's cool. Are you going to update it as much as Fortnite? And he went publicly, on record and said, no, we're going to have a development cycle and a update roadmap to Apex Legends that is not only, how we want it, but it also will highlight the health of our employees. You know what I'm saying? Because there's
That should be done.
Yeah, because there's extreme crunch in Fortnite that everyone can obviously assume. But what are your thoughts on this? You know what I'm saying? I know this is a very touchy subject. Like, where do you fall into the realm of crunch in gaming?
Like, I would be more than willing to wait longer for games that I love and games that I'm excited about. Like, if they pushed, like, as much as it would break my heart, because, like, I'm obviously invested and excited for it. Like, if they're like, hey, we're gonna push The Last of Us 2 3 more months or 6 more months. Like, as much as that would, like, suck to wait, I'm more than willing to wait because I think my, like, I'm like it's it kind of like sucks to know. It's like, hey, this game's a masterpiece. I love it, but it's like built on the shoulders of people who have suffered and have been working like long and brutal hours to make this amazing product. And I'd be more than willing to wait however long it takes in order to make sure that I get like to ensure the quality that Naughty Dog is known for and other developers
Right.
and what they're known for, while also making sure that the people are okay, like they're healthy and they're taken care of, and it doesn't just kind of like, because crunch affects everybody. It affects the company, it affects the developers' families, obviously it affects the developers themselves. It affects everybody in that circle, and I don't feel like it's right of us to say it's like, oh, you chose the job, deal with it. Like it's not right of us to say that, and it's not right of us to accept that.
Absolutely.
Like
Absolutely.
if we see something like that, then I don't know. Like I'd be more than willing to wait like 3 to 6 more months or however long it takes to make a product they're proud of, but also ensuring the health and safety of everybody working on it, so we can get these amazing products in due time. Like they said, it's unsustainable,
Yeah.
and like I'd hate to see Naughty Dog burn out and we'd have to wait longer for them to get new devs of the same quality and new writers of the same quality to make
Yeah.
products that they are known for, instead of just letting them take their time, so we can get those slow but steady stream of games and like experiences that we're used to. Like Uncharted 4 came out 4 years ago, and I've been just fine waiting for Last of Us Part 2.
Yeah.
Like the gaps between Last of Us 1 and Last of Us 2 were 7 years. Like I'm fine with that. Like Uncharted 3 to Uncharted 4 was 5 years. Like I'm fine waiting as long as it takes to get these products, because it's just a game at the end of the day. Like I have other things to do than play or wait for one specific game, because we have other games to play and other games to be excited about, and I will ultimately come back to these games, like assuming that they are of good quality and made passionately and in a healthy mindset.
Right.
Like I'm fine with that. Like I
Yeah.
see no issue with that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, yeah. You just took a lot of what I was gonna say. So I mean, by all, like, I'm gonna be like, I don't mean to add anything to what you said, but just like you pretty much like encompass how I feel about it. Like, if like it's what I feel like is like if there was a like hypothetical delay because of crunch, for me it's similar to how I feel about them not having E3 this year. You know what I'm saying? Like it
Yeah.
is a necessary step to what is going on at that
Like
specific time. You know what I'm saying?
yeah.
Like it's not like it's for nothing. It can't be all for nothing. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Um, but yeah, I agree. And I think it's really, really easy to look and focus on just the media and not the creators behind the media, and the fact that like the media wouldn't exist without the creators. You know what I'm saying?
Of
It's really,
course.
really easy. I feel like to like forget that there's people behind these works of art. It's not like they just come out of nowhere. You know?
Yeah, it's kind of like remembering that your parents are people,
Yeah.
because we spend a lot of time just thinking about ourselves and what we're dealing with. And we forget that our parents are human beings. Same thing for like these developers. Like these are human beings with families and lives that we can't just hey, make my game.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like it's that's not how it should work. Like these are people.
Yeah.
Like we can't forget that.
Yeah. It's I don't know. It's a lot because like it's such a it's something that like we have seen so much across the industry, and it's like unfortunate, but I wish it wasn't like a necessary thing in this industry, or like I wish dev teams didn't feel like it was necessary, like didn't feel like it was necessary, but almost in the vein of like if you have one studio that is dedicated on crunch, you know what I'm saying, like Epic
Epic.
Games, you know what I'm saying, for just the biggest example, right? Like, and the audience of that specific genre, get used to the amount of content flow that is with that particular game, it'll reflect badly on other games in that genre that are doing the same thing. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? Because if like what it takes to do Fortnite, right? Like what it the amount of work it takes for that studio to sustain Fortnite and all of its updates, there is 100% crunch and at a extreme rate. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it's just like, man, because the player base wants content. So when you have one game giving you so much content and then another similar game in the same genre not do that for the sake of crunch, you know, I feel like people forget that it takes crunch to do what Fortnite does, and would almost prefer that as opposed to the Respawn way of doing it, where they still take into account, you know, the employees and their health. You know.
I love Respawn.
Oh,
Like,
facts.
yeah, like Respawn, like they just like in recent memory, like to the extent of my memory and knowledge, like they just put out bangers all the time. Like I love Apex. I put like hundreds of hours in Apex last year.
Yeah.
Jedi Fallen Order, Fire, Titanfall.
Titanfall 2.
I will go on a love letter spiel about how much I love Titanfall and how much EA just dropped the ball on Titanfall 2. Titanfall 2 deserved better. That's all I'll leave it at.
Oh no, facts.
And-
Respawn's one of my favorite devs this gen, honestly.
Yeah. And I have such a, like, if I may give a hot take, or I don't know if it's a hot take, I have such a disdain for Epic Games. I despise Epic Games.
I don't hate them. I don't hate Fortnite. I actually think Fortnite's a pretty fun game. You know what I'm saying? I just don't play it a lot. But
yeah, it's not Fortnite. I don't want to be like, oh, Fortnite bad. That's why I hate Epic. It's just like their practices and the way that they handle their situations and the game, like the game industry in general, is such a. It just feels whiny and entitled. Like, because they're like, oh yeah, Shenmue, Borderlands, Metro, all games that are promised to go on Steam. And I know this is in part with the developers and the publishers of these games, like 2K for Borderlands and all that. Like, they're the ones who made the deals and all that. But it just feels slimy. It's like, we'll give you more money to cancel your Steam thing in order to promote like competitive marketing. Like, it's like, oh yeah, come to Epic Games. Like Outer Worlds. I made an Epic Games account just to play Outer Worlds, and as soon as I was done with Outer Worlds, I uninstalled Apex. Not Apex. I uninstalled the Epic Games launcher because it sucks.
Damn.
And it's like it's like I hate that. I hate like having to like, oh yeah, this awful this awful launcher. Like I have to use it in order to play games that I want to play that were promised on a client that I'm comfortable and familiar with. It's like, hey, maybe I'll use your launcher if it looks like it was made further than 2008.
You alright, man? Today you're
I'm good.
Grievances, man. You alright? Like...
No, I'm good. It's just like I've done, like we talked about it like at work months ago.
Yeah,
it's like just about how about Epic just does their business practices, and after everything that I've read and seen, I could be wrong. Like maybe about other than the launcher because I've experienced that, but like. It's just so slimy, and I have such a disdain for their business practices and the crunch. It's gross. It's mostly the crunch that makes me like so apathetic and like just uncomfortable and unhappy with how Epic does their things.
Yeah, I feel you. And like also in this article, you know, they touch on the aspect like there are some employees at Naughty Dog that just love what they're making and love what they're designing and love what they're doing, that they crunch on their own terms, like they do it to themselves. You know what I'm saying? And like I lost my train of thought. Oh my god. Like I don't know. That's a whole different thing as well to me.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
That's a whole thing.
That like I'm okay with. But
it's kind of like there's a difference in that because like I think we've all been there where it's like something like you're just in that flow, like that mental flow where it's like I could work on this all day and have a good time on it. And there are other times where it's like, oh, I want to be done with this and go home as soon as possible.
Right.
So like you have to accommodate because every employee is a variable and every variable is different.
That's true.
So I think it's unfair to assume that it's like, oh yeah, Naughty Dog, like they're like everybody's suffering, everybody's crunching, like a Sonic movie deal. Like they extended that, and then sure the CGI company went bankrupt, at least that department.
Yeah.
But you have people that were passionate about it, like Tyson Heats worked on it, and he came in and he came to the rescue for the Sonic movie. Um, the redesign, all that, like everybody was passionate about it, and it was a shame what happened to the company. But like there
Mm.
are people that are passionate about it, and then there are people that hate it. Like I know that I'm trying to remember a company that was just like notorious for crunching. Like I remember there was a big deal at like Riot or CD Projekt Red for a little bit during like The Witcher,
Mm-hmm.
like with crunch.
Yeah, 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 yeah. It's a whole thing. I guess like for me, where I lie on it is that I am completely against crunch when it's forced. If it's forced
Yeah,
by like executives at the studio, that's what I don't like. Or like if it's like or if crunch behavior, is encouraged positively in the studio's
yeah.
culture. Like I forgot which studio it was. I think it was a man. I don't want to speak out of tone here without knowing the information, but I know there was a particular studio, and maybe our audience can put it in the comments. But I know there was a studio that like there was this culture where like it was a bragging right to work X amount of hours a week. You know what I'm saying? Like, oh, like I work like 70, 80, 90 hours a week, whatever. Like insane numbers,
Sounds
and
like a
like,
Konami thing.
yeah, no, honestly, I forget. My mind is pulling on one of the studios at BioWare, but I don't think it's them.
Oh, well,
I
yeah.
maybe
BioWare had
it
a
might
big
be
deal.
maybe I think at BioWare. I'm not sure which one. I just don't want to say, oh, it was this one if I'm wrong. You know what I'm saying? But I do remember a studio like having this like employee culture where you could brag about how many hours you're working. Like something crazy like that. I just forgot.
Andromeda had Andromeda had one of the worst crunch cycles I've heard of in a long
It
time.
was wildin', wildin'. But
Yeah, they made that game in like a year, 2 years, I think. It's like
yeah,
a Mass Effect game. Are you kidding me? Like I was heartbroken, but that's a topic for another day.
yeah, yeah,
I could talk a whole episode just on Andromeda, but it wouldn't really be a Last of Us episode at that point.
yeah, yeah. It's wildin'. But shout out to everyone at Naughty Dog. You know what I'm saying? Take care of yourselves. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying? Whether
we
I
can
mean,
wait.
yeah, yeah, and that as well. Like I don't know. I feel like if a studio is very honest about the reason why they have the delay and why they push, you know what I'm saying? It's completely understandable. You know what I'm saying? And I know the Last of Us crowd is a very like I don't know how to put it. Like
Passionate.
very passionate. Some would say impatient. Some would say, you know what I'm saying? But a very passionate crowd, I guess we could say. But I feel like I don't know if it's necessary to have a delay in to have the outcome where there's less crunch, I'm down with that as well. Crunch
Agreed.
is definitely bad. But another series that hopefully doesn't experience crunch is the Last of Us HBO TV series. We talked about that last week here on Road to Part 2. Make sure to go check out that episode as well. Just wanted to follow up because there was a little extra bit of news. I would say a very positive thing to come out of this was that, of course, the infamous music composer for The Last of Us.
Yeah.
Uh,
Infamous.
yeah, yeah.
Doesn't infamous have a negative connotation?
Isn't it good?
No, like when you use the term, it's like it has a negative connotation. I believe.
Damn. Uh, another resounding bookmark we can put in how many times Kevin's an idiot. But
No,
I'll say
I could be totally wrong.
I
I could
don't
be
know.
totally.
The well-renowned music composer for Last of Us and Last of Us Part 2 and Left Behind and now the HBO TV series, Gustavo Santaolalla is going to be behind the music for this series. So I love this news, right?
Yes.
This just adds on to one of the pieces of the puzzle that makes this production and this series more likely to be a success in my eyes. You know what I'm saying?
Agreed.
Like that main Last of Us theme is iconic, bro. It's iconic.
I still listen to it. Yeah.
Oh, it's beautiful. It's fire. All the music in Last of Us is like really, really, and it doesn't sound like anything you've ever heard. It's very, very distinct, which I like that a lot. Like for me, it's on the realm of like how distinct Star Wars music is. You know what I'm saying? Like I mean, like for me at least, like I can hear give me Han and Leia's theme. Give me, the Bespin theme. And I will know exactly. Images start flowing through your brain already.
Right.
And I have a similar affinity towards the music behind Last of Us, at least for me. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, no. Like, quick little tangent. Like, I went to the Phoenix Fan Fusion, formerly known as Phoenix Comic Con, last year, and I was on a trivia thing for video games, and one of the questions was they just played a few seconds from the theme of The Last of Us, and they're like, "Hey, what game is this?" And it was like an instant, like, "This is Last of Us. Like, give me those points."
Nice.
And I was I listened to it. I have the whole Spotify playlist that I listen to every day. Like, I love it. Like, it's like, it has a perfect balance that I feel between like tense when it needs to be and relaxing and almost reflecting. Like, I don't know if that's pretentious or not. On like just how calm it is, how it can be, like some of the set pieces and the scenes. Like the game has a way of really emphasizing what they wants you to focus on using its music.
I agree. I thoroughly agree. I can't wait to just see how this HBO series turns out. You know what I'm saying?
I'm very curious.
There's too many positives to this whole thing that it ends up being bad. If it's bad, dude, that'll be heartbreaking to me, bro. I swear.
Agreed.
Oh well. Well, at least it won't sound bad having the famous Gustavo Santaolalla be the music composer for the series as well. But I guess moving on now, we're going to a special segment that we're gonna do over the next few weeks. So I guess I'll kind of lay it all out right now. So we are doing a Last of Us replay series throughout Road to Part 2 for the next few weeks. But before that starts, we are gonna cover the Last of Us American Dreams prequel novel by Dark Horse Comics and with collaboration with Naughty Dog, right? So we're going to cover the comics first. It'll roll into the replay of the game, which we're going to play hopefully with all of the people out there. Hopefully everyone replays the game with us. If you don't have it, it's very cheap right now on PlayStation Store, or I assume on physical copies as well. If you were lucky enough to redeem it on PS Plus a few months ago, then that's your way in. But we are going to be replaying the game. So should we go over the weeks that we're going to be doing this? Like should we do like dates right now, you think, or what do you think?
Yeah, like this is it's the introduction. We might as well let everybody know the playing grounds.
Yeah, so we record on Thursdays. I don't know why I said that. That has no bearing of anything. But March 14th will be this episode goes live. We're covering the first issue of American Dreams. Next week we'll do the second, and then the following week after we will cover the third. But that week on the 28th, you might want to start playing through The Last of Us, as the following week after that. Actually, I'm thinking on top of my head right now. Should we? Yeah. Let's. So we'll probably double up on the last episode of the American Dream series between. Actually, no, I don't want to do that. You know what? Okay. 14th, 21st, 28th, and the 4th will cover each of the issues of the American Dreams comic. And then April 11th will be the first episode of the Last of Us replay series.
Bet.
Yeah, we'll shift it all down a little bit. So let me pull up the document. That way, let me see. Where is this? I should be more prepared. Where is it? Where is it? I'm filling time. Okay, here we go. All right. Here we go. Got it. Okay, so on the 11th, we'll be doing the prologue and the quarantine zone. On the 18th, we'll be doing Billstown and Pittsburgh. On the 25th, we'll be doing the suburbs and Tommy's Den. On May 2nd, we'll be doing the University and Lakeside Resort. And then on May 9th, we'll finish the Last of Us replay series with the Buzz Depot and the Firefly Lab at Jackson. And then on the 16th, we will then be doing the Left Behind DLC, which I haven't played yet. So I'm excited for that. So that episode will cover that, and then probably the week after we'll do like maybe I don't know something involving part 2 because that is when the things are gonna be cooking up. That's the last episode before Last of Us Part 2 comes out, and then the 30th we'll probably do our impressions on the game, most likely. So that one we'll have to record probably on Friday, but we shall see how that all goes out. So exciting stuff here. Again, I will post this on Twitter and make it a little bit more better of a way I just conveyed it. But this week, we gonna go through the Last of Us American Dreams comic. Now, I did want to read a little. I mean, or if you want to, you know, I feel like I've been talking for a while. If you want to take the first paragraph on the doc.
No, you're totally good. Like, like I can do it. You feel free. I have no issues with either. Like, I feel like we talk a good amount. Like, I go off on tangents, but you have a better way of elaborating on everything.
How about this? I'll read the first little paragraph on the doc that is describing American Dreams, and then you can read the second one that will go into the reading.
All right,
that works.
Bet.
All right, so. Yeah. The Last of Us American Dreams is a 4-issue comic book series based on the video game The Last of Us. The series was written by Neil Druckmann and Faith Erin Hicks, with illustrations by Hicks and coloring by Rachel Rosenberg. The series was published by Dark Horse Comics between April and July 2013, and a collected edition was published in October of 2013. So interesting. So this, wait, oh wait, no, I'm an idiot. Okay, so this came out right before The Last of Us remastered on PS4. I thought it came out right before the game, but no, the game was 2012. That is true.
Wait, The Last of Us Part 1 was 2013.
No, it wasn't. Wow, so these came out before the game came out.
Yeah, April 2013 was a few months beforehand, and it ended right after the game's release in June.
Yeah, wow. Would you look at that? All right, you can take the second question. I mean, the second paragraph, if you'd like.
Like the game, the comic is set in a post-apocalyptic world overrun by zombie-like creatures infected by a mutated strain of the cordyceps fungus. The comics serve as a prequel to the game, chronicling the journey of the young Ellie and her meeting with another young survivor, Riley Abel.
I would say Abel, but I don't
Abel?
know. Well, because the Weeknd's real name is Abel Tesfaye, and it's pronounced Abel, and that's how he spells Abel too. So I'm just.
No, you're good. I butcher words all.
Yeah.
Druckmann chose Ellie as the focus of the comic due to the uniqueness of her birth and upbringing in the post-apocalyptic world. Hicks joined the project after discovering Ellie's role in the game, considering her an unusual character to include in a survival horror game. The comic's art style is different than the game art, a choice from Hicks to give the comic a unique feel and identity.
So this is interesting. So you know, a lot of people seem to forget this comic, I feel like, but it is indeed a prequel to The Last of Us, American Dreams. Are you excited? Now, I do. How are we gonna? Who's gonna read Ellie? Do you want to be Ellie, or do I want to be Ellie? I don't know.
I could do Ellie. You could be Riley.
Bet. All right, bet. I'll be Riley. You be Ellie. So we got this cover here. Ellie looking dope. Moving on to the second page, okay, we just have some credits. You know, we see, of course, art by Faith Erin Hicks, all that good stuff. Read by Neil Druckmann, all that good stuff. So we open up. We have Ellie on a bus, it seems. And the viewers, if you're watching on the video version, you can already see these comic book panels as I'm going through them. So that's all good. She's on the bus. She looks out the window, sees some soldiers, seem to be Firefly soldiers. Still on the bus. Go on the panel 2. Looks like some soldiers are on a school bus, it looks like. The Fireflies will save us on the wall. Report infection. Your inaction costs lives. Interesting. The Fireflies will save us. Looks like they're doing those scanning things that we saw at the beginning of Last of Us, you know, where they have those checkpoints where like these wands can scan if you have the virus. It looks like this guy has the virus, has been infected. Oh, and they took... Yo, did they kill him on site? Yeah, it looks like they killed him on site.
Yeah, like they did in the beginning, like in part 1. It just lit him up like as you're walking by.
That's wild. That's crazy. The bus...
Martial law is nuts, dude.
Seems wild. For real. The bus speeds away. Ellie's looking hella scared. There's a man on a horse outside that just reminds me of when Joel and Ellie were on horseback after Tommy's Dam. Tommy's Dam. So it looks like the bus is arriving somewhere at a particular location. I'll be soldier number 1. You'll be soldier number 2. So I'll be with the helmet. Actually, wait, no. I'll be the soldiers for this panel, okay?
Sure.
All right. Everybody off. Everybody came off. Ellie's looking around. Hold up. Listen to me. You can't pull any of your old stunts in this place. I won't be around to bail you out.
Then take me with you. I could help you.
We've been over this. I got my own family to look after. I can't.
You mean you won't? Whatever. I love LA. I can manage just fine on my own. Like, and then she gets her shit rocked.
Looks like looks like she's walking into some sort of facility. It looks like
yeah, like some.
Ellie gets cracked.
Yeah.
Fuck. You gotta be the dumbest new kid to ever step off that bus. Pick her up. Ellie gets yanked by some person.
Yeah, some dude.
This African American male. Okay.
I warned you not to touch my stuff, but I would have pulled my punches if I knew how fragile you were.
I'm gonna take what I want and I'm going to kick your ass.
Fight me one-on-one, you chicken shit.
Keep it up, you little bitch. Someone grabs my hands. I love this. In self-defense. Let's make this fight a bit more fair. And then me being Riley, take out this man. We have some woods, we have some whumps, some cracks, and some whams. Just absolutely just plowing this gentleman right here. In defense of Ellie.
Huh?
This is wow, she even takes on both of them.
Yeah.
Wow. She takes on Caucasian man number 1 and then homie number 2. Wow. Look at that. I should stomp your fucking balls. Wow. We have the cars running away, people running away. Wow. Riley really took care of that. Would you look at that? What spectacular? Sorry, go ahead.
Oh no, I'm just happy Riley got more than like Left Behind didn't really show a lot of this fighting ability.
This side of Riley? Interesting.
Yeah.
I can't wait for Left Behind. Oh my god. Okay. What spectacular fuckwads? What they want?
Something not theirs. I had it covered.
Yes, I can see that. Some advice. Get someone to watch your back. Try and make some friends before.
Did I ask for your advice?
You got some serious trust issues, new kid. One more piece of advice.
You're forgetting something.
I am? No, I'm not.
Yeah, so one more piece of advice. Run.
Oh, I'm an idiot. Okay, let's start over.
This popcorn.
Yeah,
going
you're right.
It's a little scuffed, but we good.
Yo, this is tremendous content. You got some serious trust issues, kid. One more piece of advice. Run.
What? Why?
You're just gonna have to trust me. Bump. And then as Riley take off running. We have okay, I gotta change my voice for this one. All right. My office now. So we transition into this homie's office. Let's see. Fighting, theft, running away, fighting, disobeying orders, and more fighting. You have anything to say? Do you know what stands between the hordes of infected and all the stragglers living in this city?
A giant concrete wall.
Me! And every soldier who puts his life on the line for you people. We keep the order that saves lives. Every goddamn human being in the world would be infected if it wasn't for us. We're the ones who protect you people from everything, including the fucking renegade group.
The Fireflies?
Yes, the Fireflies. Whole damn city acts like they're the second coming. Do you think those murderers are your salvation?
I don't. I don't think about the fireflies at all.
It's time you started to, little girl. Then we have a nice little sploosh as Ellie touches down in this different area of the world. I like the graffiti on the wall as well. Like it adds like a lot of like context to like how the fireflies were viewed. You know, very interesting.
Like it's just I don't know. Like I love these comic book expansions. Like I know we talked about it before, but like Spider-Man City of War did a lot of elaboration on certain scenes and more dialogue regarding those scenes.
Nice.
And it's just like I love reading those. Like it's just like I'm sorry, I just got really immersed in rereading those, so like my brain just went like off for a second.
Bro, I feel you.
Like
By all means.
it's good. It's a very well written. I like it.
Absolutely.
It's just like I don't know. I like rereading this like just makes me more excited, which hurts. It stings a little bit, but we good.
I feel that. All right, move on to the next panel. I see.
You just washing a car, just repeating, "I should stomp your fucking balls."
Sploosh.
And sploosh. Where? Oh no! Oh my god! She fucking stole it. How did she do it? How the hell did she do it? And then
Oh my god!
Ellie
Is that
sees
a
finger? Yeah.
What the fuck? Okay, so
Homeboy gets his finger shot off. Yeah.
we have flashbacks of gunfire,
Mhm.
and then is the finger like, is it held into the door by a bullet? Is that what the deal is? Is that what's going on?
I believe so. There are bullet holes surrounding it.
Yeah, that's. Oh, this was no wait no. Is this a finger of the gentleman that was infected? No, right? Or is it just like combat? Yeah,
It
I think
looks
it's
like a
combat.
soldier.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It looks like a soldier finger. Okay, interesting. So we have some more sploosh of Ellie cleaning the truck. So it looks like this is back in the days when Ellie was in that like military school type deal. You know, like it seems like this is what she's doing, which is interesting. No way the fireflies would do that. Whole jeep was shot up. I hear 3 soldiers died. They must have been provoked or cornered. Careful now. You need to watch what you're saying if anyone heard. And your skinny ass needs to stop believing everything they tell you in the classrooms. It's more complicated than...
Where is it?
Now we have a nice stare down between Ellie and Riley. Hey, new kid. How's your first day in hell going?
My Walkman. Give it to me.
What makes you think I'd take anything of yours? Got some
I don't
kids
think.
laughing around.
I know you took it. You're a pretty lousy thief.
I exchange a little smirk with Ellie. Fine, new kid. You got shit taste in music anyway. It's probably Lil Yachty. It's probably some Lil Uzi Vert on that. You know what I'm saying? Ellie's out here with the tunes. You feel me?
Why does she keep repeating? Like, I should stomp your fucking balls.
I just like fucking balls. Looks like we transitioned out to Ellie, you know, in the barracks, I assume, taking a little nappy nap. Oh, and then she repeats, I just stop your fucking balls. Okay, gotcha. Thump, 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 thump. So it looks like Ellie is leaving for some reason. Oh, wait, no. It's Riley leaving. Riley's leaving somewhere. Interesting.
Mhm.
We have, looks like Ellie is trying to just keep up with Riley and see what she's doing. We see there's some patrols. Jesus, new kid.
Some advice. Get someone to watch your back.
Go back to your bed, new kid.
You're going to show me how to sneak out of here.
Oh, fuck off, new kid. You are unbelievable.
We can argue until someone hears us and we get caught, or we can help each other. And stop calling me new kid. I have a name.
You think you can keep up with me?
Not an issue.
Don't make me regret this, Ellie.
How?
Come on. So how did Riley? Well, I guess Riley just asked around, like, you know, who was the new kids. So it's interesting that Riley would keep calling her new kid and not Ellie, but I digress. So it looks like they're sneaking out. Man, they're really trying to sneak out of this place. Holy shit! Look at them go.
Oh yeah, that's how they get. Oh, ooh.
You-
That's what happens at Left Behind, but you haven't played it, even
I
though
have
it came
not.
out like 6 years ago.
I'm playing it for the show, okay? I'm playing
Come
it for the
on,
show.
how?
I'm playing it for the show, okay? Keep it going.
How do you know my name?
I have my ways. You seem crazy enough to be interesting. Name's Riley. You ready to go do this, Ellie?
Yep.
To be continued next week. Would you look at that? And then we get a nice little like next issue on sale May 29th. And then journey even deeper into the world of Last of Us in the full size 176-page hardcover. Interesting. Oh, so is this the art book there, Probably? Something
Yep.
like that.
Yep, that is the art book.
But yeah. So that was cool. We get a little introduction between Riley and Ellie. It looks like they're in the same boarding, the same like military school. We get a little taste of their, just a nice a nice starting place. I wonder now. I'm trying to remember. Well, I guess I don't know if it'd be. I have a question, but I don't know if you think it'd be a spoiler, if you answer it. But is this taking place before the mall in Left Behind, and that whole thing happens? Yeah. Okay, so oh wait, I'm an idiot. This obviously before that because I know what happens at the end of Left Behind.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. So this is definitely before. I wonder if they're on their way to the mall. Oh wait. I mean, this next issue image is showing them in the mall. Or do they go multiple times to the mall?
I think like it's been a long time since I played Left Behind, but
it's probably
there are four issues of American Dreams.
It's true. It's true. So
we got a lot of time before we get there.
Yeah, let me not ask all these questions, you know what I'm saying? Let me just yeah, that was it. So hope you enjoyed the comic. First time doing a live reading of a comic. I'm sure you had fun. Arknight.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it was a lot of fun.
I called you the wrong name again. Oh my god. Arachnite, you know what I'm saying? So and I guess we're going to call it here. Great episode, episode 28. Yeah. We'll be back next week, of course, with American Dreams issue number 2, and then following on to issues 3 and 4 with a little bit of news sprinkled in the beginning, and then of course the Last of Us replay starts here on the Road 2 series. So I'm excited. I'm excited to get back into playing it. I haven't played it since last summer. Very, very hyped for it. Also to play Left Behind for the first time as well. So
I still don't understand how you haven't done that yet.
Bro, I was just saving it for a rainy day, and then I started this Road 2 series. I'm like, you know what? Actually, no. I want to go into Left Behind completely, shocked and surprised. And also, by the way, the sections that we are going to play through week to week will be streamed on the channel as well. So if you, for some reason don't have the game and are okay with just watching it, feel free to, watch it on the channel with me. Why not? Why not? And on that note, where can people find you, Arachnite?
I'm always on the the PlayStation Source Discord. I'm in there. We talk about games, movies, all that.
In there, like swimwear.
It's in there like swimwear. You can also find me on Twitter at Orly_Macias, ORLY_MACIAS. It'll be in the description below. We usually, I'm on there. I usually just retweet shit posts and comic book stuff, and I like to talk about video games there, and mostly on the Discord. That's mostly where you can find me talking about video games and all that kind of stuff, because I have coworkers on my Twitter, so I don't want to bombard them with just Spider-Man things, even though I already do that. All my retweets are Spider-Man or Daredevil. I'm gonna be real here.
I mean, I see no issues personally.
I see no issues with that. It's just yeah, a little bit we're holding ourselves back, but that Discord is if you ever really want to see people nerd out about these kind of things, the Discord is the way to go, hands down.
Absolutely. And of course, you can follow the Discord as well as down below. You can find our links to our Anchor link to listen to any of our long form content in podcast format. That, of course, being this show, Road to Part 2, as well as Road to Final Fantasy 7 Remake, as well as Save Slot Podcast. Of course, follow those down below in the description. Our Twitter as well is down there as well. Make sure to hit up that. If you have any, if you want to raise the stakes on the bets, feel free to go over to Twitter or put it in the comment section. Even if you don't intend on, I just like the prospect of upping a bet and making it more juicy. You know what I'm saying? But that is neither here nor there. But just know that I will be saving any submission to upping the stakes, and I will be asking you. I'm just
there will be receipts.
Oh, absolutely. There will be receipts saved. You know what I'm saying? So that is that. And there is no Chelsea watch this week. There was nothing about Chelsea watch. Unfortunately. But thank you all.
I'm sorry.
Yo, if Chelsea ups the stakes, let's bet. I'm gonna cry. I'm gonna open mouth cry, bro. Open mouth cry.
Ugly cry.
If she's like, yo, you know what? Winner, I'll be on Road to Part 2. Or like some great, or if like she like does her own submissions of the bets, and it's like, all right, if
winner gets a follow.
Winner gets a follow. I'll even take that. I will 100% take that. And on that note, thank you all for watching Road to Part 2. We'll be back next week. And as always,
greatness awaits.
See you guys later. See ya.
See you guys.